on the left side. Harden just crossed over Wes Johnson, and that might be the single greatest crossover in the history of the NBA.
Too much sauce.
So he just kind of switched. It made a great play. And Harden coming the other way. And again, the dish by Glasser and one. You know, one thing about Harden, I don't think he finishes strong enough.
Put me out there with a good group of guys who want to win, and I think I can show more than just my individual talent. You know, I'm not just a scorer. You know, I can pass the ball, and I think those last 2 years at Arizona State really helped me because I was a facilitator more than a scorer.
With the third pick in the 2009 NBA Draft, the Oklahoma City Thunder select James Harden of Arizona State University.
Now he stops in a corner and is caught, throws it away. Harden, Webster chasing. Martell got to give him credit for going back and trying to block that shot.
Finds Westbrook, puts it up at the buzzer, off the rim, and the Lakers win and advance to the second round. A thriller here in Oklahoma City and a crushing defeat for the Thunder.
Up short, like he was aiming that ball. Harden, coast wide to coast, put it right on his head. Did James Harden, and the foul.
Won't go. Cook tries to save it. He does. Back up to Durant. Harden sets, puts up the three. That misses. Marion the rebound. Marion comes away, and the Dallas Mavericks are going back to the NBA Finals.
Being drafted the third overall pick, you know, most guys would come in and think they're going to be a starter. And Scottie did a great job of making me become that sixth man off the bench, you know, and helping me, you know, figure my role out.
Shot clock to 5. Harden for 3, yes!
James Harden, one of the starting roles of the Young Guns, the step back three.
The Miami Heat are once again NBA champions. LeBron James captures that elusive title he so desperately coveted.
It's a bitter disappointment, but they had a remarkable run.
Harden is on the verge of making $50 to $60 million over a 4-year span. In order to keep number 13 in Oklahoma City, the Thunder must match the other team's offer. The deadline to sign number 13 has been extended to October 31st.
It happened pretty fast. I was at dinner and Sam Presti called me and said that I've been traded to the Rockets, and I was kind of in shock. But at the same time, it's a business, you know, and I feel great. I feel comfortable in a great position.
And the Pistons cannot survive James Harden. Harden finishes with 37 points and 12 assists.
James Harden deserved every penny of the max contract.
No denier here.
He backed it up and made a resounding statement that echoed all the way back to my hometown of Oklahoma City. You blew it, Thunder.
Here comes Harden in the open court. Harden behind the back, takes it to the middle. Oh, what a shot by James Harden. Oh, I couldn't describe this for you again. You just have to watch it.
This is an MVP caliber move.
Coming in now as a starter for Houston this year?
I thought he would be a really good player. I didn't think he'd potentially be a first-team all-team player in his first year as a starter. The responsibility that he's been given.
But right now, you got to say Houston is a very good basketball team and probably one of the top 4 seeds in the Western Conference by adding Dwight Howard. Then you got James Harden, and you got Chandler Parsons there. They really got some good pieces.
Chandler giving it right back for the slam. Oh, man. James Harden said, block this.
Oh, Josh McBob just got dunked on.
It's Lillard. He got the shot off. Lillard, good! Good! And the Blazers win the series for the first time in 14 years. Rockets bringing it up. 42 seconds left.
Oh, he's going for 50.
Yeah!
There it is.
He's going for 50.
50 points.
He's going for 50. Will he pull that?
I've gotten to the point where I think it would be an absolute crime not to give this man the vote. He hasn't had Dwight Howard for most of this season. This dude has been carrying the Houston Rockets, and in a Western Conference.
He did that right before the half. Or he could drive on you.
James Harden! MVP move.
And the comeback is complete. The Houston Rockets will play in their first conference final in 18 years as they win Game 7, wire to wire.
Been through a lot of adversity, a lot of injuries this year, a lot of different guys going down. A lot of different guys had to step up, made it this far. Like I said, this isn't where we wanted to end at, but it's a really good season for us. Next year we got to be better.
We go to the free throw line now. Why? Because James Harden makes this free throw, and it's 10,000 for his career. We wouldn't have shown it to you if he didn't do it. Houston goes up by a pair, 93-91.
Back to Bill. Oh, my goodness.
What a move by Harden! And he drops the sledgehammer. What a play! The move, the drive, and dropping the anvil.
That's a fitting conclusion to the season. 114-81. Golden State advances to the second round. They win the series.
James is an unbelievable distributor of basketball. I mean, he can see the court, and we want to take advantage of that, and there's no reason why he doesn't do the other stuff. So I think he's looking forward to the challenge, and I think he'll make us a better team.
The Houston Rockets announced on Saturday that they signed All-Star forward James Harden to a 4-year contract extension through 2020. The 26-year-old averaged 29 points, almost 8 assists, and 6 rebounds per game last season.
You know what I'm thinking about, don't you?
James Harden, put him in the popcorn machine. Yeah!
What a move!
In the period. And looking to eat right here on Saric, which he does. Filling his plate tonight. Flexing his muscles for the people here in Philly.
Great contest by Corey Brewer.
Great pass to Montrezl Harrell with a slam. And the kid from Louisville with 26 points.
Here's Harden. Ginobili's on him. He's got shot. What a play by Ginobili! Knocked it away. San Antonio wins in overtime.
It was the 39-year-old veteran protecting the house.
That's probably what I'm most excited about, is to be on this journey with somebody else who wants it as bad as I do. It's not about me coming here just to help him. He's gonna help me. We're gonna help each other, and we're gonna help this team hopefully get to where we want to be at.
We'll see that paired with Chris Paul, their new addition in this offseason, they're going to be really dynamic. What it means is if you play at the highest level that you can play in the NBA, you can become very, very wealthy. And for Houston, it's a huge reward for trading for this guy a few years ago.
60 points, 11 assists, 10 rebounds. The new scoring, one-game scoring record for Houston. Harden scored 36 points in the second half. He accounted for 86.
Rockets on the left side. Harden just crossed over Wes Johnson, and that might be the single greatest crossover in the history of the NBA.
Too much sauce. We knew what was at stake. We didn't want to go back to Utah. Great opportunity to go to the Western Conference Finals. So, credit CP. He got in his bag. He took over. Wonderful job.
Houston has taken a 3-2 lead on Golden State and will look to close out the Warriors on their home court.
2 games. Game 6 and 7. One half of basketball. We just didn't have the same energy that we had in that first half. Our pace. So it's extremely frustrating.
And the Kia NBA Most Valuable Player goes to James Harden, the Houston Rockets.
6th man of the year to the MVP. Shout out to all the youngest, man. They got a dream. It's a vision out there. Go take it. Go chase that dream.
They go once again into Vonleh, going ahead of piece, and stolen by Harden. Harden for the slam to seal the deal. 61 for Harden. And that will do it.
But I don't believe had James Harden not gone on this historic streak, which is the second longest in NBA history behind Wilt, I think 65 games. He had 32 games in which he averaged 30, but he averaged 41 points over that streak. Now that's what's impressive.
You had 27 points in the first quarter alone. Not many people will ever know what it feels like. What does it feel like being in the zone like that?
You got to be locked in. You got to have that mindset to where you're just in attack mode every play, and that's what I was in tonight.
There it is, the 9th 50-point game this year for Harden, the 18th of his career. Unbelievable night for the Beard. 50 points, 11 rebounds, and 10 assists.
Harden trying to get free. Down to 3, down to 2, it's a 3. Good! Good! He got it! James Harden, a flamethrower! Incredible shot!
I'm not a fan of in terms of winning championships. I don't think that style is ever going to win championships.
So are you saying you don't think James Harden and the Rockets, as constructed, can win a title?
Not with this style of play, it won't win, right? With one player dominating the ball.
Extremely proud. That's kind of been the story all year long. We've been fighting. No matter what troubles hit our way, we find a way to fight through it. We find a way to be on top. Tonight we came up a little short, but it was a pretty good year for us.
Harden has to do what he was doing in the regular season, in the playoffs, when it mattered most. Harden's not a top 5 player in the NBA. Get out of here with that. But every season, he's the best or the second best player in the regular season. Be the best player now.
There's tension between Rocket stars Chris Paul and James Harden. Chris wants to coach James, and James looks at him like, you can't even beat your man, just shut up and watch me. Paul is frustrated by what he perceived as Harden's tendency to ignore details that impact winning.
These two guys do not make sense playing together. When the guy does not have the ball in his hands, they're not doing anything. It's as simple as that. Russ is a horrible three-point shooter.
5-on-4 for the Rockets. Harden against Hachimura. Harden got it. Bonga on Harden. Bonga doing his best to stay in front. That's just not fair.
You're on a list with Wilt Chamberlain, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan. When you hear your name with those 3, what goes through your mind?
That's greatness right there. Those guys are something that I'm trying to get to. Hopefully at the end of when it's all said and done, I can be missing in that group, forever.
3-point shooter. Which is not bad. Harden gets one to go. That's his first of the game. Harden just reached 20,000 points in his career.
I mean, I let them choose that. I'm just out there to play basketball and try to win games. I feel like, whatever decision they make, they put all the work in, all the research and all the other stuff, so I just go out there and hoop.
And neither team fouls to give, both in the penalty. Under 2 to play. Harden, step back, puts up the 3, got hit, shot's good, and 1! James Harden, double team, and a chance for a 4-point play. Dort for 3, blocked by Harden. Dort got it back, tried to throw it off Harden, and missed him. James Harden, don't ever talk about his defense again. What a play.
So now the Rockets will just dribble it out. The Los Angeles Lakers are back in the Western Conference Finals for the first time since 2010 as they eliminate the Houston Rockets in 5 games.
They're rocking those classic Love You Blue. Let me just say this. I love those uniforms, by the way. I just want to talk about some aesthetics. James Harden definitely had a pregame meal, averaging 17 points per game over the last 4.
We're just not good enough. Obviously, chemistry, talent-wise, just everything, and it was clear. I love this city. I've done everything that I can. The situation is crazy. It's something that I don't think can be fixed. So, yeah, thanks.
As far as I'm concerned, it's finals or bust. You assemble Lethal Weapon 3, which is what we could easily call them right now. There's simply no excuse not to come out of the East and advance to the NBA Finals. There really is not an excuse.
Guys got after it. I mean, individually, I got to stop turning the basketball over, but that comes with chemistry, that comes with practice, that comes with watching film. So, first game, I'm glad to get a win, and we just got to keep going.
The Nets force the turnover. Harden. Oh, what a bounce for Green! James Harden! He's at another level.
This is just absolutely filthy. Through 4 players.
It's the end of the line for the Boston Celtics as the Brooklyn Nets will advance to round 2. A 123-109 victory. And in 5 games, the Nets will advance.
James Harden looks like he's going back to the locker room, appearing to injure his right hamstring. Now, keep in mind,
Harden lost 21 games this season due to a right hamstring injury, including a pair of games late in the season.
I was just going out there and trying to give everything I can. Like, it's frustrating. Overall, we gave it everything we had. Having to deal with injuries throughout the course of the year, set us back. It's draining, and it's very, very difficult to, fight through that. The contract, the money is going to be there. I'm planning on leaving, this organization in the situation that we have. So my focus, honestly, is just focusing on this season and winning a championship.
James Harden wants a trade to the Philadelphia 76ers. He wants it to happen today prior to the trade deadline, but he has resisted formally requesting that trade with the Nets.
Detailed, I don't really want to get into, the Brooklyn situation. I just knew, for a very long time this was a perfect fit, and obviously you got a big man, best big man in the league in Joel, and then obviously the coaching.
And he was a Sixer. Oh, and by the way, he's Doc's son-in-law. There's a three, and that makes Harden number 3 all-time in three-point shooting, passing Reggie Miller.
By the fact that both Harden and Embiid can get to the free throw line and hit those free throws. The depth and the shooting are question marks for the Philadelphia 76ers. I'm not saying they can't pull it off. I'd love to see them go to the finals.
James Harden, 0 points in the second half, just 2 shots taken in the second half, 11 points, 9 assists. The final game of the season for the Philadelphia 76ers. Apparently, he has plans for his future in Philly.
James Harden agreeing to a 2-year, $68.6 million deal to return to the 76ers. The deal includes a player option. Harden went to Philadelphia in a mid-season trade, sending Ben Simmons to the Brooklyn Nets.
We shall do just that, Amy. James looking for another assist, and he's got it! Tobias drills the triple, 21 assists and counting. Harden's career.
2 Sixers going after it, but they communicated there for no turnover.
Who won the trade? Who won the trade?
Harden sizing up Horford. It's a 3. Good! Harden's got 45! Timeout Boston! 2-point Sixer lead!
James Harden was so awful, so bad, he should actually shave his beard so he could hide his identity. That's how bad he was. I mean, it was really, really bad.
It was back in 1982, Moses Malone.
I wasn't even born there. Rest in peace. I wasn't even born there, no. Hall of Famer.
But you got your rhythm going now. Thanks, James.